Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, My Kinda Art, with me Ivan Florentino, and for today's very quick review, I have some Micron ink pens that I've been using for a while now. But before we get started, consider hitting that like button, ringing the bell, and leaving a comment. So, let's get to it. I've been using these Micron ink pens for over a year now, I think. It's been a while, but I know I've used them years ago, and I'm actually really impressed with this. In my latest fan arts that I've done was Spider-Man and Kitty Pryde, Kid Goku, and even Sailor Moon. And these have all been with a combination of other mediums like watercolor or even color pencil. And these Micron ink pens, they come in a set of 8, and 2 of them are a little bit different. One of them is a marker and the other one is a marker brush as well. And yeah, these I'm super impressed because as long as you use a great paper like this cold pressed or hot pressed paper that's meant for watercolor or painting, if you do let your ink pens dry well, they do not smudge at all. I'm super impressed with these. They stood up to the water brushes that I've used, and even in the past where I've drawn, for example, Darth Vader with these Faber-Castells, which have been my main ones that I've used for years, and even some other realistic drawings like this one that you see here. I feel like the Micron ink pens, for the most part, also do a great job of just not bleeding through the paper if you have a great quality one. In pigment, everything is dark. Nothing is very gray looking at all. And I highly recommend them. They come in a variety of sizes. With the millimeters, some of them can be super fine and very thick depending on what you're drawing. So I've used the thinnest ones for things like hair, eyebrows, eyes, the nose, and just super fine sketchy lines if you want to create that, to the thick ones where if you want something like an outline for a anime or comic book style, these work perfectly. You have a variety to choose from, and just a quick tip, test them out on a separate piece of paper to see how they look before you even apply them. If you are into these type of drawings and you like to do different mediums and a combination of them just like I do, I highly recommend them. Even if you just want to do some black and white art, they really do look professional, and I actually haven't had any issues with them. So if you want to create things like anime drawings like this, fully colored with some outlines, these are the way to go. I was also very surprised that when I used these markers for drawing on top of a canvas, a painted canvas that I used that had a little bit of a white gesso painted on there, so it was very chalky, and the rough surface, it actually stood up to them. I did probably have to go over a few lines just to kind of get it super clean, but that's to be expected for something that has a rough surface like a canvas like this. But after letting it dry, doing a base color with watercolor for this Sailor Moon that I did, at the very end is when I started cleaning everything up with different sizes and making sure those outlines look crisp and clean. I'm super excited with the outcome. So for the most part, these stood up to everything that I've wanted to do. But yeah, what do you guys think? Comment down in the section below what your favorite brands are, and if you have any tips, and if you have any others that you recommend. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.